Alrighty. Alright, gonna spend some embers on some phantoms. I bought a bunch of embers, and then I spent some of those embers on some soulbind potions, 5 of them, and then I'll use the rest of the embers to go through phantoms and see if there's going to be anything worth picking up. Hopefully find something that's going to pair really well with the triple shambler deck that I opened. And then I'll do some testing. Because I want to find the crew of the Poking Hermit. Sorry, the unit of the Spoiled Stabbing Packs is, I want to find something that's going to go really well with that. Got the Shambling Demon and the Shambling Shambler, so evidently it's the top-rated Necrim deck on SolForgeFusionDecks.com, which is pretty cool to have, so I'm trying to find something that's going to be a good pair with that. But yeah, alright, may as well just get started. Opening some packs. Necrim packs are not going to be super useful for me because obviously I've already got a really good Necrim deck to try and find a pairing for. I mean, the spell package in this is pretty decent. Dreadbolt, Virick's Embrace, Grave Pact, Halazith can come in useful. It's interesting, but definitely not better than the triple shambler deck that I already have. But yeah, I do like seeing Steel Rosetta Alloy decks, so I want to get a good one with Inspire too. But then again, I do also need a good Darkforge Drain Utera deck at 2 with lots of spells as well. I don't. Most of my Darkforge Drain 2 only have 3 spells in their decks. Palladium Suppressing. Yeah, not too fantastic. I really wish I could like the decks from here so that I can like know which ones I want to try and keep an eye on and potentially Soulbind. But Spring Dryad, no Kindred in there, but Taliesin. Settling Doom Riders Division, Camouflage Shambler. Vampiric Walker, okay. I mean, it's definitely not as good as the Necrim deck I have, so The Pain Brigade. Abyssal Tactician. That's interesting. Not interesting enough, though. Ranty Experimenting Wizards. I should actually be keeping track of what factions I get and how many betrayers and stuff like that, right? I think it was this one was the first one I got. I think the other four here. Let's just pop open a new sheet. Hey Rusty, I am looking for something that is going to pair well with my triple shamble Necrium deck. Which is this one here. Cutthroat Stitcher, Corrupt Stitcher, Cutthroat Summoner, Ossuary Mech, Shambling Demon, Shambling Shambler, Steadfast Creeper, Stout Necromancer, Dreadbolt Infernal Ritual, Om Nom Nom. And I've got 1438. Cut off by ads, of course. Love it. But yeah, basically that. I'll get the link for the deck as well. Okay, ads done. Excellent. This deck I just posted, and that I'm looking at now. I bought the 2000 Ember pack. I bought 5 Soulbind potions from that, so I've got 1500 embers to use. But yeah, so this is currently evidently the top rated Necrium deck on SolForge fusiondex.com. So I'm looking for something to pair with that. It doesn't really matter what faction, but probably something Utera. Yeah, yeah. It can be some huge swings if you can get it out at the right time and it doesn't get removed, etc. But the different Shardback Gladiators. Betrayer Epidemic, okay. With a Firestorm as well. It's not the Betrayer Cersei's Call that I'm actually looking for. I mean, if I could get a Betrayer Cersei's Call in Necrim with a Firestorm, and then a Necrim deck with Cersei's Call and a Betrayer Firestorm, then that would be good as well. I definitely keep my eyes out for them. I forgot I was actually counting how many decks of each type I have been getting today. So the first 4 were from earlier, so 3 Necrium, 1 Utera, 2 Tempest, 1 Aloyan, and I think I've got 2 Betrayers so far. Abyssal Tactician. And then the Epidemic. That could be worth potentially looking at later. Okay, that's pretty cool. But yeah, I don't know, there was a sealed that I played where I had Cersei's Call and Firestorm in the combination. Like neither of them were Betrayers, but just like one of each. Like the Tempest had Firestorm and the Necrim had Cersei's Call, and it like actually really put in work for me. So I want to try and get that combination, or at least part of that combination if I can. Inspire at 2. I like my favorite Steel Rosetta setup, I think, is Inspire, Tinker at 3, and then Enhance at 4. So this is almost there, but I do also like Repurpose. Rallying Alamancer, 1, 2, only 2 mages. And not a lot of things to replace. It does have Digitize though, so that's... Yeah, that would be actually a pretty good combination as well. I'm not sure if I've got any actual Betrayer Firestorms, even without the Cersei's Call, etc. Yeah, no Betrayer Firestorms, unfortunately. The Boxing Host, Blowhive Siren, Stoutlight Stegodon, Venerable Basher. I reckon I will bring up on screen the deck that I'm looking for a pair for, just so it's always there and people can see. That's the one I'm looking for a pair for. I already looked through that. What's that? That's 2 more Uteras. I feel like I'm going to lose track of this stuff. Kindred Bartok. Okay, so that's a good start. Mystical Tangle Sprout, Shadowblade Delver, Shifting Rager, Shadowthorn Splicer. Stouthide Stegodon is good. Okay, but that's... it's got Primal Surge. Got some buffing. It would be nicer if it was like a Kindred Basher or something like that. Yeah, I don't think this is what I'm ultimately looking for, but could be worth keeping an eye on. I really wish I could just give it a favorite from this window here, right? It's pretty insane that you can't. Bleed Stonefist, Kinetic Invicus, Scorchmane, Stampeding Giant, Razortooth, Sentinel. Burnout, Chant of Umbrak, Ice Storm, Lightning Brand. Unfortunate. No. Arrogant, Aspirian, Hibernating, Leyline Vermin, Soothing Raptor, Spring Dryad, lead the charge. No, definitely not interesting there. I mean, a Sailing Breaker is not too bad. Definitely not the worst roll you can get on the Breaker. Lots of aggressive, Flame Shaper Savant. If anyone sees anything interesting, let me know. Repurpose, Tinker, and Enhance. That's not a bad setup either. Because like obviously repurpose with an Apocomancer is quite useful. Robot, and it's not the most useful spread of creatures though, unfortunately. It is a decent spell package for Aloyan, but West's winning Garrison. Battlehide, Druid, Ranger, Ravager, Splicer, Slayer, Dryad. Got a Forge Seal at least, but once again, there's not enough here for that to be super useful, I don't think. Betting Caller, Lightning Tamer, Reckless Stormling, Thunderstomper, Storm. Brown game. Oh my god. Sure. It's Abyssal Reap, Death Touch, Life Drain, Army Commander. That's a pretty decent Cersei spread. Abyssal Reaper, Bones Knife Reaver, Combat Stitcher. I do like a good Stitcher deck. Dreadbolt and Zrast Wheel. Okay, I mean it's not necessarily ideal, but that is quite a deck name. How much are we opening? I am probably just going to use up all my embers here. Ooh, Betrayer Apocalypse. That is cool. I don't think I have one of them yet. But I've got 5 Soulbind potions. Apocalypse, what do you got in here? Armored Raptor, Arrogant Basher, Ferocious Wartask, Rooted Hunter, Stout-Hide Stegodon, Stout Ranger, Venerable Takasaur, Vine Lash, and Nap Time. You got one before me. Got what? One what? Betrayer APOC. Yeah, probably. I don't think I have any. I might have picked one up at some point, but I don't think so. Yeah, doesn't look like it. I do not. Stream lag, yeah. The Guided Allies of Gushed Gox. Tinker Repurpose Enhance. Look, Bright Steel Sentinel and Forge Plate Yeti, always nice to see together. Depends on how many other robots I got, but I mean, Overseer gives a robot too. That's a robot, that's a robot, that's a robot, and that's a robot. It's actually worth potentially considering, especially with a gauntlet here. I mean, I don't think it would be great, but oops. But I do have the Betrayer Bright Steel Sentinel here, so having that with a high robot deck with another Bright Steel Sentinel with a Forge Plate Yeti could be something quite interesting. Piercing Worm, Reckless Breaker, Sparking Colossus, Undiati, Uranti Elementalist, and Windspire Elemental. I don't know. I'm not the best at evaluating Tempest decks at a one-off like that, but it didn't. I don't know. Tempest decks just don't often look interesting to me. Princes of Insane Inflation. Welcome to 2025. Commanding Patron, Corrupt Creeper, Hibernating Apparition, Necrotic Spectre, Shambling Demon, Sigmund Fraud, Spy Hydra, and Venerable MOBA. If I get a Sailing Drone, okay, well, I'll keep my eyes out. I don't know how much SFG I have to be able to even mint stuff, but the Undying Plot Mistresses. Camouflage Shambler. We got what? Army Command. Yeah. Okay, we've got a double Shambler deck at least. Camouflage Shambler, Shambling Skeleton. Vampiric Apparition. Necrovive, Vyric's Embrace. I mean, that's got some life gain in it, right? Portal Shade can kill itself to activate it. Crazy Spell Package, Flame Shaper, or Dinos, yeah. I don't know. I just, yeah, struggle to evaluate Tempest. The Gaggle of the Yeti. Fleet Rex, Hibernating Ice Crusher, Stampeding Mongosaur, Thundersaur. I mean, that's quite a dinosaur package right there, right? Undiati, Oranti Elementalist. It's got Charn of Umbrook as well, Disintegrate, Staff of Varus, and Turnabout. The Gang of the Tyrant. Symbol and Chaining, okay. Chaining Razortooth. Combat Warstoker, Firefist Oranti, Fleet Spell Knight, Hibernating Giant, Venerable Caller, Venerable Ice Crusher. I mean, 3 spells. They're not bad spells either. Definitely, I don't think worth. Hey, Skuro, yep, doing well. Hope you're doing well. The Crushing Dawn Large Horde. Armored Raptor, Ferocious Ravager, Glowhive Siren. Yeah, that is fun too. Okay, so we got a Glowhive Kindred deck with a Ferocious Ravager as well, which is pretty cool. Mystical Druid, get lots of wisps from that. If there's a Spring Dryad, which is there's not, that would have been even better. Double stem, double breakthrough is pretty cool as well. If only there was a Dark Forge Drain Oros here. But like we got the Stegodon for some more life gain too. Pax Blessing, Toxic Spores, Vine Lash. I mean, spells aren't the best, but having Kindred and Glowhive in the same deck, it's not too bad. If only there was some way for this stuff to load quicker, right? Just gonna give that one a quick heart and come back to it later. And once again, if there was a way that I could give them a heart from this screen, would be great. Stoneblade. Death Touch, Army Commander, Life Drain. This will Creeper, Boneslife Reader. I feel like I've seen that combination of Creeper Reaver. Corrupt Slime. 6/6/1. That's interesting, actually. It's a pretty nice level 1 card. Hematophagic Shambler. Hibernating Geist. Necrotic Nova. Raging Fiend. Cersei's Call. Group Mule. Necrovive. That's interesting to me, but I don't think super good. Alright, so we're up to, I think, like 100 more Phantoms that I can afford to open. Summon the Swarm. We got Lightning Tamer, Piercing Adept, Stampeding Caller. This is quite a mage heavy. Thundersaw, Thunderstomper, Windspire Elemental, Yeti, Warcaller. Bumbra, Ice Storm, Pyre Song. I mean, yeah. Oh, yeah, look. It's not like I would complain, but that would be quite amusing. A betting Warstoker, Eye Fissurante, Hibernating Ice Crusher, Scorchmade Dragon, Stampeding Mongosaur, Steadfast Spell Knight, Stout Mystic, Conflagrate, Fit of Rage, and Pyre Song. The Nobles of Battling Mind Welders. So we got Upgrade, we got Minion Destroy, Operator. Okay, okay, okay. No Drix though, unfortunate. But Operator, Rallying Tactician, Synapse Inventor, Taunting Drone. I mean, there's like decent scientists here that could definitely pair okay with a Harvester deck with the like Operator, Harvester, Minion spam kind of thing. We'll just write the deck names down for now. Throng of More and Large. Okay, we've got a Dark Forge Drain. We'll have to see the spell package, but Arrogant Basher, Arrogant Druid, Hibernating Batterhide, Hibernating Keeper, Mystical Bear, Soothing Fiend, Venerable Ranger. I mean, Animate, Feral Instinct, Lead the Charge. Okay, yeah, not the best spell package. Interesting Betrayer, but not, I think, Soulbind worthy. Coughing Sand Co-Conspirators. Arrogant Apparition, Corrupt Skeleton, Portal Shade, Scourge Hydra, Sigmund Fraud, Spite Maiden, and Stout Demon. Dreadbolt, Om Nom Nom, Spirit Leash. Pretty standard Necrim. Epic Brotherhood Fighters. Aegis Knight, Armored Scavenger, Metamind Overseer. Battle Droid, Sentinel, Stabilizing Tinker, Thundersaw? Betrayer Thundersaw? I don't think it's my first one, but Energy Surge, Force Field, Heavy Artillery. I think my other Betrayer Thundersaw is in Necrim though, so it is a cool Betrayer. I'll write that deck name down. The Blinding Torrent, All Sailors. Arrogant Mystic, Blizzard Shaman. Omni, okay, I guess I'll write this deck name down as well. Because Omni with a Piercing Hunter as a Betrayer. Raging Master with 3 other mages is pretty neat. Only 1 spell though, which is the Disintegrate coming from the Omni. Interesting, interesting. Definitely not going to pair with the deck that I'm looking to pair it with though, but the Continuum of the Failing West. Progeus, that's a nice start. Featherfang, Steelplate, Tangle Sprout, Raptor, Splicer, Dryad, Botanimate, Forge Steel, Might of the Herd. Nothing super fancy, even if Progeus is nice. The Inventing Annual Union Men. Enhanced Tinker Repurpose. Sentinel Captain Soldier, Forge Plate Yeti, Battle Droid, Sentinel Assassin, Where's my Drix decks? Come on, game. Charge plated sculptor. Stabilizing is always nice to see, but Betrayer Toxic Spores. Only anything else in the deck looked kind of interesting to play, but no, it's all good. Let me know if you're opening decks and you find something super fun. That's cool. That has a lot of breakthrough in it. That's pretty neat. Stampeding Hunter, Stampeding Matriarch, Thundersaw, the Shroudthorn Splicer to give the Oak Fathers. No, that is a very, very cool deck. Inspire, Tinker, Enhance. That's a really nice Steel Rosetta layout for sure. Prophet, Oracle, Arrogant, Virtuoso, Bolstering Assassin, no Drix. Sad days. Hey Carl, how you doing? Hey Sumek Mage, Flaming Lasher. Piercing Warstoker, Raging Razortooth, Stampeding Mongosaur, Undiari, Heartseeker, Burnout, Ice Storm, Stone Skin. Okay. Open any good Drix decks? Nope, not today. I haven't seen a Drix yet. Betrayer Sigmund Fraud. I don't know if that's gonna be super good or anything. What zombies is Undiati, right? Yeah. I don't think I'll be I don't think I'll be soulbinding this one anytime soon. As amusing as of a betrayer as that is. Impulses, Magicians. Betrayer Leyline Vermin is kind of interesting though. It's quite a spell heavy deck too, but there's not really much to take super advantage of all the spells. Okay. Fair enough then. I will at least look at it for potential, I guess. And I guess actually, like, let's have a look at that. One mage, two mage, two mages. Because I do have like a commanding what was it? Yeah, I get you. Well, I do have some interesting zombifying decks. I do have a Page Walker, commanding Page Walker. Which has a few zombies in it. Which could be interesting with a betrayer. Dr. Frankenbaum. Yeah, exactly. So maybe I will consider that Dr. Frankenbaum deck. Oops. Went a bit too far. So yeah, maybe I will consider that one. All right, we got an Apocalypser, a Tinker. Okay, I like to see Tinkers. Yeah, no, I definitely get where you're coming from. Assassin, Bright Steel Sentinel, Camouflage Warcharger, Rallying Justicar. No Drix though. Where's my Drixes? Where's my Drixes at? Wars of Sprout and Seer. Rove Mother, Mystical Ranger, Pack Featherfang, Spring Dryad. Twogmai, no. We've got a Forge Seal, okay. Don't think that's worth. Where's your Shambling Drones? Yeah, I mean, look, if I got a Shambling Drone, I don't even know if I'd give that one to you, but... Blowhive Siren, Mystical Reveler, Pack Bartok, Shifting Rex, Botanimate, George Giant, Toxic Spore, Spinelash. Cultist of Burn and Notion, Combat Colossus, Fleet Stormwing, Lightning Tamer, Stampeding Warhound, Steadfast Giant, Warstoker, Conflagrate, Disintegrate, Flame Jet, and Staff of Varus. I think in set 1, Tempest decks are the least interesting to me for sure. Blowhive Siren, Packmaster. Packmaster, okay. Refreshing Ranger, Sharpblade Delver. I just wish Betrayers were a little bit more common, right? Talasan. Got better variations of that already, probably. Talasan, Lead the Charge. Murderers of Keeper in Hiding. Necromancer, Predator. Fiend, Drake, Fiend, Spectre. It's got a few stealth creatures. Walker, 4 stealth creatures. Okay, interesting. Soul Reaper's Wrath Wheel. Not really a lot to activate the Zrath's Wheel here, right? Like, the life drain is like pretty much the only thing outside of the Soul Reap itself. Inventing Aunts. Inspire, Repurpose, Enhance. That's pretty neat. Still Rosetta as well. That's the only neat thing about that deck though, really. Double Tormenting is good against... Was that a double Tormenting deck before, was it? Phoenix, Fire Fist, Raging Master, Stampeding Mystic, Stampeding Stonefist, Steadfast Lasher, Heartseeker, Venerable Caller, and Primordial Slam. Primordial Slam is the only spell with one warrior in the deck. Is definitely something you want to see, right? I mean, at least there is a Raging Master with a few different mages. The Studying Firestorm's Monks. This doesn't have a Firestorm in it. Betting Razortooth, Colossus Combat Lasher. Combat Lasher is at least a decent roll on the Lasher. Fire Fist, Venerable Breaker. I mean, that's not the worst breaker either. Fit of Rage, Primordial Slam, Pyre Song, Stone Skin. Life and boosters, yeah, so you get an even spread of all the decks, right? Combat Caller, Flame Shaper Savant, Hibernating Breaker. I mean, giving something 15 at Cycle 3 isn't terrible, but it's a very average deck. Outfit of Clock and Dumping. There's a Firestorm. The Fingers of Feeling. Relentless Wanderers. Okay, we've got a Roaring Mantis. That's pretty neat. Should I play Delver, Shifting Bear, Stouthide Stegodon, Swamp Moss Lurker? Druid's Chant, Might of the Herd, Toxic Spores, Vine Lash. Damn. Maybe if that had a Forge Seal in it, that could be pretty cool, but I am just gonna be right back.
Gone.
Sorry. Had to run and do something real quick. Good pairing would either be something that benefits from life gain in Uterra, some kind of minion deck. Yeah, I don't know. I've got a few things that I'm trying to pair with it, but I lost to Peter every time I tried using it this morning. The fauna students, okay. Acrogius. Primal Surge. Yeah, no worries. If I go to my fuse decks, I'll show off some of the thoughts I've been having with it. So I've got it paired here with my Betrayer Stampeding Shambler. It's got a Swamp Moss Lurker in it as well, which is some extra value there. As a potential, it didn't work against Peter's RSE RuneScarred Pit deck this morning, but also I had a really bad starting hand, so like who knows. Other things that I have it paired with currently as well. I have a Betrayer River of Souls deck, which I don't know, it could have some potential with bringing Shamblers back, or things like the Stitcher Cutthroat Summoner were at appropriate times and stuff like that as well. Could be potentially interesting. I've got the Betrayer Drix deck that I bought from Scuba Toad, which, like, because of the minions and stuff like that, having the extra targets for the Corrupt Stitcher, plus extra bodies for the shambling things to life gain off of is nice. I've also put it with this set 4 blast deck, the Flame Blade, the Bombarder, Snowfear. It's got the Betrayer Summoning Horde in it as well, as well as the Storm Strike, which could have some potential as well. Haven't really tested that one out too much. I've also put it with my best RSE deck, Rumble Spark deck, to see how it works with that. But that hasn't been super useful yet. And then I've got a Uterra deck here with a Betrayer Infernal Ritual that I want to try it with as well, because I should be able to relatively easily get some extra bodies on the field with that combination. That's something to try as well, but I'm looking for something that's going to just pair with it perfectly. But I mean, chances of that are not great, but Betrayer Brightsteel Gargoyle, Ravager, Hired Roaring Bartok, that's an interesting one. Rooted Ranger, Torgmai. Yeah, doesn't look that great of a deck. Enchanters of Awe and Balafrax. Chaining Warstoker. Stampeding Sentinel. I've got lots of spells in this deck that could be interesting. Not necessarily to go with this deck that I've got, but chaining with a Stampeding Sentinel is a pretty interesting combination. The spell package is not necessarily the best, but it's not the worst. Sharing Fang Advocates. Okay, we've got a Mantis. That's a good start. Leyline Vermin, Spring Dryad. Stampeding Raptor, Talasan, Talkmark Guardian, Transcendent Biologist. Feral Instinct, Pax Blessing, Fine Lash. Okay. Interesting stuff in this deck, but nothing that makes it super stand out against some of what I already have, right? The Soldiers of the Depressed Snake, Arrogant Patron, Lyria, Sigmund Fraud, Spirit Reaver. Lots of nice cards, but nothing that really here synergizes here. Ghastly Renewal, Vyric's Embrace. Nova's Touch 2 with Mantis and Patanimate, hear me out. Usually UN decks afford to play Tempo Lost card like Shambler by abusing Cersei's Death Touch or Life Drain early. Don't have that option, got to find another way to get to the late game. Yeah, I get you. Proteus. Mystical Bartok. Swamp Moss Lurker. Dogma Guardian. We've got Tanimate, Dendrify, Feral Instinct, Lycian Rain, and Vine Lash. Lycanthropic Timber Herd. We've got a Glowhive Siren. That's nice. Mystical Basher. I mean, that means no Kindred, but Spring Dryad, Stampeding Hunter, Lead the Charge, Lycian Rain, Pax Blessing, Primal Surge. Like, I don't think this is going to be the combination that I'm looking for, but it's definitely along the lines of the kinds of things that I'm looking for. The Thrill Students. Not too thrilling. The Earth Sign Host, and it's got a bear. That's very thematic. Mystical Raptor, Mystical Tangle Sprout, Spring Dryad, Transcendent Biologist. Interesting. Leaving Pulleys Myriad. Inspire, Enhance, Tinker. Robot, Robot, Robot. Mage with Armor. No Forge Plate Yeti though, unfortunate. Synapse Fiend. We'll take profit. No Drix decks yet, still. Today. Sailing Colossus, Five Fizzuranti, Fleetworm. Pretty boring. The Four-Eyed South Patrols. Repurpose, Enhance, Inspire. Armored Warcharger. Bolstering Virtuoso, Brightsteel Sentinel. I mean, Charged Plated Batterhide is kind of interesting, right? We got Armored Warcharger, Bolstering Virtuoso, and a Brightsteel Sentinel into a Forge Plate Yeti. Spirit Forge Sentinel, Inventor, Researcher, Tactician. Yeah, Betrayed Battle Hide is quite fun. Charge Plated is interesting. I don't think it's necessarily the best deck, but it is interesting. Muddy Selection Wise Men, Arrogant Basher, Combat Decasaur, Ferocious Ravager, Mystical Reveler, Refreshing Keeper, and Utera Charger, and Venerable Ranger. Unfortunate. Archivist of Ruling and Searching. Summoning Lasher kind of sucks. Cohort of Envy. Grove Mother, Stout-Hide Stegodon, Stout Raptor. We've got a Swamp Moss Lurker and a Talasan. A Dark Forge Drain 4. Pterodon Mauler. We've got a Feral Instinct. Lead the Charge, Summoning Council, Vinelash. Yeah, nothing super interesting there. At least 5 spells. Yeah, baby. I think the Summoner has a lot of utility just being Cutthroat as well. I don't necessarily need to focus on the spells, but if I can get some free spells and stuff like that, like the one that activate on life gain, it is, yeah, definitely useful to have those extra spells just for the extra bodies. The extra targets for like the Stitcher and stuff like that. Deserving Authentic Princesses. Inspire, Tinker, Repurpose, okay. Gargoyle, Sentinel, Operator. Inventor, Tactician, Steel Researcher, Drone, Venerable Virtuoso. Lots of scientists here for the Operator. But once again, the spell package. I mean, you don't really go to Alolan for the spells as much, but Hibernating Lasher, big 14 damage at level 3, that's not too bad. Sparking Adept. So you got a Conflagrate, you got a Stuff of Varus, and we got what? 1, 2, 3 mages. It's okay, I guess. Looking Steely Third Cartoons. That's a very strange deck name, okay. Experience still played with Double Mystical is alright. Mystical Tangle Sprout is not the same Mystical as the Mystical, which is unfortunate, but Shardplate Delver and Shroudthorn Splicer, I mean, that's a good replacement core, kind of. With the Summoning Council as well. I think I've got something as good as, or if not better than that, for a replacement core deck, though. Wildlings of Spring and Krogius. This better have a Krogius in it. Darkforge Drain 2. Got an Armored Batterhide, an Arrogant Hunter, Camouflage Packmaster, Combat Bear, No Krogius. Mystical Lasher, okay. I think that's better than a Summoning Lasher at least, but Shifting Slayer at level 2 is pretty nice. It just means you have to upgrade or play the level 1 though, which is unfortunate. Animate Ferocious Roar is the only spells with the Dark Forge Drain 2 deck is kind of sad. Right? Misery's coalescing group. My misery is definitely coalescing with these phantoms today, but Camouflage Demon, Commanding Geist, Gloom Reaper Hag, Osprey Mech, All Shade, Sigmund Fraud, Steadfast Summoner, Ghastly Renewal with Sigmund Fraud being the only scientist is the real fraud. Group Mule, Spirit Leash. The Lashing Servitude Kings. Army of the Damned, Cutthroat Apparition, Raging Stitcher. Nothing super fancy. Insidious Inky Rat. Arrogant Geist, Corrupt Spectre. Dr. Frankenbaum, Ghoulish Shambler, okay. Yeah, that's it. Hematophagic Reaper, Spite Hydra, Dreadbolt, Omnom Soul Reap, Seraph's Will. Like, that's not terrible. Like, I don't know. If you're in sealed and you got this, it would be usable, but I don't think it's worth keeping out of everything that I've seen today so far. Inspire, Enhance, Repurpose, and get a Pulse Mage. Okay, we got a Spell Heavy Aloyan. Not the most interesting, let's just put it that way. Wary Chasing Princes. Arrogant Packmaster, Everflow Eidolon, Grove Mother, Mystical Tangle Sprout, Shroudthorn Spicer, Spring Dryad, Torgmite Guardian. We got a Forge Seal, Nap Time, Primal Surge. Meh. Iron's Collection. Adaptive Tactician, Combat Prophet, Forge Plate Yeti. Korean Battle Droid, Salvage Virtuoso, Steadfast Warcharger, Betrayer Thunderstomper, Electronet, Heavy Artillery Sonic Burst. Probably not worth. Steel Spark, Aloyan Mantles, Armored Specimen, Charge Plated Warden. Drix, my first Drix of the day. But nothing else in there really looks that great. Definitely have better Drix decks already. The Shrubbery Generals. Arrogant Ranger, Camouflage Druid, Glowhive Siren, Regenerating Keeper, Rooted Polymorpher. We've got a Spring Dryad, Stampeding Betterhide, Stout Bartok. Not spectacular. The Iridescent Trembling Escorts. Assailing Caller. Glider. Warstoker. The Gang of Sitting. That's all of us right now. Okay, we've got an Omni here. Scoutmaster. Only the 2 mages in the deck, though. That deck definitely wasn't worth standing up for. The Polishing Thinking Scarab Folk. Oh, okay, we got another Drix. Cork, Salvage Warden, Stabilizing Justicar, Taunting Sculptor, Attack Prophet. Definitely some nice creatures in here. Like the Epoch Hawk can protect the Drix. Stabilizing Justicar is a nice creature to have, like a big body to return something else to normal. Taunting Sculptor can also protect the Drix. Attack Prophet is always a nice body to have, especially if you can play a spell with the armor. But not really what I'm looking for to pair with this Necroom deck I have. Play up to 2 Spell Sprite minions. Okay, we've got Mech Mage, Lasher, Flameshaper Savant. Maybe I need to look at a Flameshaper Savant deck. Because, like, obviously, I mean, this Nyx has the play 2 zombie minions at cycle 2. Something like that is always nice with the Savant. And then obviously the Cutthroat Summoner and stuff like that can play the extra bodies. Infernal Ritual can play extra bodies. Maybe a Flameshaper Savant could be something worth looking into. The Contingent of Fairy Caverns. We've got a Ravager. We've got a Kindred Slayer. With a little bit of life gain. Spells aren't really what you're looking for in a deck like this, though. Mercenaries of Ape and Hatchery. We've got a Krogius. Combat Druid, Batterhide, Bear, Raptor, Leyline Vermin. Druid, Batterhide, Leyline is interesting. A lot of potential disruption there. Mystical War Tusk. Dendrify, Ferocious Roar, Toxic Spores. The Men of Stone Pulps. Okay, we've got a Mantis here, that's nice. Camouflage Druid, Mantis, Regenerating Slayer, Sated Ranger, Stampeding Raptor, Swamp Moss Lurker. We've got a Batterhide. Druid's Chant. Lead the Charge and Toxic Spores. Not the strongest. The Villains of Removing Evil. Bone Snuff Reaver, Combat Spirit, Gloom Reaper Hag. Stout Shambler. Yeah. Sliding Tech Counselors. Armored Alamancer with 1 other mage. Excellent. Thaddeus Pouring Servants. Mystic. Mecha Mage, Lightning Tamer. Lots of mages here, but Warlocks of Objecting and Belittling. Corrupt Drake, Necrotic Summoner, Raging Apparition, Scourge Hydra, Spirit Reaver, Venerable Fiend, Epidemic Grip Mule, Necrofive, Spirit Leash. Okay, but not great. Suspending Keepers. Corrupt, Necrotic, Vampiric, Venerable, Zithian, Dreadbolt, Infernal Ritual, Necrofive, Spirit Leash. I mean, that's a decently nice spell package, having the Dreadbolt, the Necrofive, and the Spirit Leash for removal options. It's just the creatures are not ideal. The returning ignoble Scythe Rats. Bone Scythe Reaver, Camouflage Spirit, Combat Skeleton, Landing Slime, Osprey Mech. Yeah. The Welcoming Myths Cartoons. Battlehide, Wartask Basher, Bartok, Druid, Stegodon. Lots of very average decks that are showing up, right? Arrogant Hunter, Rooted Wartask, Spring Dryad, okay. Rooted Wartask into a Spring Dryad's not bad. Swamp Moss Lurker. I mean, but yeah, that deck overall is pretty bad. Computations Folding Combatants. Inspire, Enhance, Tinker. Alright. Bolstering Technohulk, Bright Silk Gargoyle, Charge Plated Justicar. Combat Virtuoso, Epoch Soldier, Metamind, Overseer, Suppressing Reinforcements. Not ideal. Bone Source Devourers. We got an Abyssal Demon. Spite Maiden. Dreadbolt, Soul Reap, Spirit Leash, Wrath's Will. I mean, I'm not really looking for a new Necreum deck. I'm looking for a partner for my Necreum deck. Stalking Jungle's Claws. Darkforge Drain at 3. Glowhive Siren. Glowhive Kindred. Just unfortunate that's a Matriarch. It does have a Mantis. Dendrify, Druid's Chant. Mantis Forge Seal? Okay. And that could be something worth holding on to. Mantis Forge Seal with Kindred and Glowhive. It's just everything else is not necessarily worth talking about too much. But a life gain heavy, spell heavy Necreum deck could be interesting to go with that. Spirit Forge Plain Detail. DFD and Breakthrough, yeah, exactly. Interesting things there, but that's not a great deck. Amazing Wartusk Fingers. Rooted Druid. Forge Seal, yeah. Running out of embers here. No, I haven't found anything of the most super interest. Firestorm. Clairvoyance of alien and deceiving. Doesn't really stand out to me in any way. Charms of the Cannoneer. Camouflage Tactician. Charge-plated Warden. Combat Assassin. Metamind Overseer. Reinforced Techno-Hulk. Scout Inventor. I mean, there is some minion generation there, but... Betrayer Epidemic. Tech upgrade with a couple of scientists. 3 scientists. Not super useful, but... Spies of Dangerous Taunts. We've got a Krogus, we've got a Glowhive Siren, we've got a Polymorpher, Magniferous Decayosaur. Would like to see something instead of the Tangle Sprout. Spring Dryad. Dendrify might have heard nap time. Unfortunate. The Tilotanas. Polymorpher. Ferocious Wartusk, Leyline Vermin. Relentless Wanderer, Shifting Basher, Soothing Rex. Charger. Oh, look, a Betrayer Digitize. That's like almost guaranteed to be good then, right? Can't get much better than a Digitize. The Cleaving Wolf Extricators. Death Touch, Army Commander, Life Drain. Corrupt Creeper. Hibernating Necromancer. Double Fiend Portrait. Infernal Ritual being the only spell in that kind of hurts. My internet's been quite bad this morning, actually. I'm dropping a lot of frames. It's annoying. Sad. Fortitude Augurers. Thundersaw, Thunderstomper is always a nice combination to see, but the rest of the deck is average at best. Wars, Silver Rooks, Charge Plated Scrapper, Combat Justicar, no Drix. Do have a Pulse Mage. Betrayer, Uranti, Heartseeker. I believe I've already got a blue one of them that's in potentially better deck, but the Fey Wing Familiarity Walkers. We've got a Glowhive Siren. Hardplate Delver, Shroud Thorn Splicer. We've got a Soothing Mantis, okay. Stout Druid. Yeah, it does. Okay, Mantis Forge Seal, another Mantis Forge Seal. A Glowhive Siren's interesting to have in there as well. The Savants of Fetid Twisting Curses. Frankenborn, Lyria, Othrimek, Spite Hydra, Steadfast Spectre. Cheap viewers, excellent. Distant Siphon, Ghastly Renewal, Group Mule, Om Nom Nom, Spirit Leash. No Dreadbolt, no Necrofive. No thanks. And the Arrogant Swaying Gloves. Arrogant Breaker, I mean, that's the kind of breaker that you want to see in a deck, right? Arrogant Breaker with a 5-Fist Uranti is pretty cool. Double Raging, Thundersaw. Five-Fist Uranti with the Staff of Varus as well. Interesting. Gladiators of Reality and Academics. Repurpose Inspire Tinker. Could be worse. Double Stealth. Got a charge plated cap. Double charge plated. Okay, interesting. The only warriors are the charge plated ones though, which is unfortunate. Energy Prison, Lucid Echoes for some upgrade. Union's Taunting Champs. Flame Shaper Savant. Fleet Breaker. Darkforge Drain at 4. Talisan. Forge Seal. Nothing super interesting there. Maybe if it was a lot more spells, but the Scowling Nerds Wards. Alright, we got an Apocomancer. Let's hope we got a Drix. Enhance at 2 is a bit unfortunate, but charge plated reinforcements. It's still Drix potential. Rallying Scavenger, no more Drix. Rallying Scavenger with a Recycling Scrapper, that kind of... Recycling Scrapper kind of sucks, but... Salvage Inventor, Stabilizing Tactician, Steel Eye Researcher. Unfortunate. That was almost looking interesting. The Bearing Unique Gladiators. We got a Magnivorous Druid. Okay. Mystical Tangle Sprout. Roaring Matriarch. Sated Reveler with a Magnivorous Druid. We got a Spring Dryad. Betrayer Pyre Song. Not that interesting. Nomadic Champions. Arrogant Razor Tooth, Chaining Rex. Five-Fist Uranti, Lightning Tamer, Raging Giant, Charger. Okay. Chaining Rex with 2 other dinosaurs. Only 3 spells though. 2 mages to kind of proc the Lightning Brand as well. Not the most interesting. Unique Madness Host. Sparking Master. Firestorm. Yeah. Doesn't look like I'm going to be getting the Betrayer Cersei's Call that I'm looking for, but... Or the Betrayer Firestorm that I'm looking for. Today... 70 embers left. The Conquerors of Visorak Witch. Double Necrotic, Raging, Sigma Fraud. Betray and Nap Time. That looks like it fits in really nicely here. In Necrium. Betray and Nap Time could be interesting, but the Devils of the Diamond Shape. Alright, we've got a Harvester. Will we have a Stitcher? Illyria. Oh, we do have a Stitcher. Stitcher Harvester. No other scientists though, but we have Illyria and a Zimus in here too. That's actually a pretty crazy roll. There's just no minions for the Stitcher to take advantage of. Unfortunate. The Chieftains of Squeezing Dream. Darkforge Drain at 3 is okay. Got Battlehide, Steelplate, Wartusk, Raptor, Packmaster, Alisan, Torquemire, and 3 spells. Which is unfortunate. I would like at least 4 spells with the Darkforge Drain, right? The Sleek Notion Healers. I'm not sure I've actually really seen any decks today that I would want to definitely 100% keep. Arrogant Keeper, Glowhive Siren, Kindred Slime. Okay, we've got another Glowhive Kindred combination. Arrogant Keeper is a beast, and the Necrum Decker has what beast? It's got the Shambling Demon as a beast, and the Steadfast Creeper as a beast. Kindred Slime, we got a Pack Slayer, we got a Regenerating Mantis, Stowhide Stegodon, Utera Charger, and we've got Lead the Charge, Summoning Council, and Toxic Spores. Almost alright. I mean, it's definitely something to consider. Alright, and I had some seasonal points. I got a Last Winter Phantom Booster to open as well, so that's cool. Yeah, it is actually quite disappointing sometimes, right? Let's have a look at the Alloyan one first. We've got a Determined Choice down here. Nothing too interesting. Riders of Battlefang. We got a Blight Witch. That's a nice one, especially when you got Bones of Solace. Crypt Haunter. We got a Fraud's Experiment. Portal Shade, Stout Alluvian, Stout Summoner, Stout Terror, Triple Stout. Red Bolt, Infernal Ritual, Restless Dead. I mean, we got Breakthrough, -2/-2, and gains health when it hits. Could be interesting. The Answer for Rejoicing and Valuing. Got Arrogant Giant, Charger Mammoth, Combat Worm, Echoing Colossus, Elementalist Knight. Yeah, no, that's bad. Arborist, Ardent Mastodon, Biting Etherhound, Pack Virtuoso, Stegodon Alpha. I mean, that Necroom, right, as a Battle Fang could be alright, but... alright. Vanishing Lights. Just go through some of these and give them some hearts so that I know which ones to consider. I mean, I still have more disposable income, so I could purchase some more embers and give it another try. Not sure I want to do that though. Alrighty. So what phantoms have I hearted? We got the relieving altruistic farriers. We got kindred Bartok. No, I don't think this one. I don't know why I hearted this one. It does not look like it's that great to keep around. The different Shardback gladiators. That was the Betrayer Epidemic. Yeah, no, okay, I don't think that one's worth. This one was the Robot Heavy with the Bright Steel Sentinel and Forge Plate Yeti, right? I don't necessarily think it's good, but it could be a decent pairing with my Betrayer Bright Steel Sentinel. The Brown Gangsters. That's quite the deck name. Combat Stitcher. I think this one was mainly held onto for the deck name other than anything else. Vanishing Blight's Curators. We've got what? Abyssal Creeper, Bonescypher Reaver, Hemophagic Shambler. This is cool. Necrovive Group Mule. It seems okay, but not super great. Crushing Dawn, Large Horde, Ferocious Ravager, Glowhive Siren, Kindred. This is what? Because it's Ravager, Siren, Kindred Ranger. It's got a little bit of life gain here. Brotherhood Fighters. That was the Betrayer Thundersaw one. Don't know if that's worth keeping, but Nobles of battling mine welders, operator, rallying tacticians, synapse, inventor. It's like got a lot of utility in here, but it doesn't have the Drix, which is what you really want. The Betrayer Sigmund Fraud could be worth keeping around as Peter said. We got Disintegrating Omni, Piercing Hunter. Disintegrate's the only spell there though, so I don't know if that's going to be worth keeping. I've got other Disintegrating Omnis, so... Charge Plate Batterhide. Sniping Experimentation's the only spell there though. Blowhigh Siren, we've got Spring Dryad. Got Primal Surge. I don't know. I don't think this one's going to be worth keeping either. Blowhigh Siren, Kindred, Mantis, Forge Seal. I mean, I think this is probably the one that's most worth soul binding right now. Freezing Omni. I think I've got a Freezing Omni already as well. Blowhigh Siren, we got Soothing Mantis and Forge Seal. I don't know if I have that set up to actually make noise at the moment.
Less than greater than less than greater than less than greater than less than greater than less than greater than.
There you go. I mean, a Mantis Forge Seal is always nice to have a few of them on hand, right? But I think the Stalking Jungler's Claws is definitely the one I'm most likely to want to keep out of them all, right? That I got today. Betray, Digitize. I mean, it's just, that's funny. I don't think I'm going to keep that one though. Blowhive, Kindred once again. Paxslayer, Regenerating Mantis. This one did look alright. Could be a decent fraud experiment worth keeping with a Blight Witch, Crypt Haunter, Summoner. It's got decent combination of spell package. I will reckon I will Blowhive, Kindred, Forge Seal, Mantis. Has a lot of potential use, so I think I will definitely look at that one. But all right, I definitely want to deck build, see what I can pair up with this Necrim deck that I've got sitting here. So what's going to go well with it is what I want to consider. We want some minion heavy stuff potentially. We want some life gain benefit stuff maybe. So hard. I mean, if anyone wants to have a battle against any of the ones that I've put together already, then please send me a challenge and we'll try something out. But you know, spoiled stabbing packs. I might try pairing it with the Kindred 5 Mantis Forge Seal. I think I still want to keep Nyx. Like Dark Forge Drain would be interesting, but quite a deck name. It's got a lot in it. That is also very true. Man, that took so long to do that. Like if I was looking in Aloyan to pair with all this, it would have to be a Drix deck, I would think. Which I've got 30 of. With these ones being kind of useless. I only got 2 out of all the phantoms that I purchased today. Stabilizing, taunting. Like, obviously, I have my Drix Mantis Pokemancer deck that, like, I'm going to have to give it a try with at some point. But as I was telling Peter earlier, I want to find a deck combination that I can bring it up to silver with, rather than using a silver with it already. Something Kindred would be nice into this deck too. Swamp Moss is always interesting when you have some life gain. I don't know. I don't know why it takes so long every single time, right? um, enjoy my gold deck. Fair enough. Don't know about that. Look, Kindred Aether Root. With a Ravager, Soothing Raptor, Swamp Moss Lurker, Venerable Druid. It's just unfortunate that the only spells in this Hive Mind Pact and Spike Carapace. Yeah, it is because of that. But also that's like very much an optimization problem. Like it doesn't need to load in. It shouldn't have to load in everything every time when I want to just make a half deck up, right? Kindred Hunter with the Spring Dryad and a Swamp Moss and a Transcendent Biologist. Kindred Basher with the Swamp Moss Lurker. We've got a Botanimate here as well. Druid Chant Summoning Council. Legion of the Heart Forest Grove Mother. We got a Kindred Bartok. Soothing Ranger, Swamp Moss Lurker. We've got Primal Surge, it's the only spell. That's a bit unfortunate. Kindred Mantis. Stampeding Slayer. I mean, that could be worth a try. I don't know if I've actually made that combination up already, but what else? If I have, maybe I should be looking more along the minion generation line, like a Transcendent Biologist deck, or even a Descendant Biologist. If I can find one. What's the set for Botanimate equivalent? Because there's enough life gain that I can definitely counteract the Descendant Biologist health drain. Essence something? Okay. I'll see if I've got any Descendant Biologist Essence decks. Descendant Mimic Worm, yeah, something like that could be interesting for sure. How many Descendant Biologists do I even have? 6 of them, okay. I've hearted the Curing Club Rippers, so we'll see what's in here. It's got a Dozer as well. An Elder Scorchworm, Groma Bright Tusk, Rotting Arborist. It's got the essence in it as well. Definitely something potential. Decay Druid, I don't know if that's going to be super useful, but Standard Biologist, Mimic Worm. Is there even anything I would want to ever watch? I guess I could like ever watch the Shambling Shambler to make it harder to get removed, right? So it's not like even the Scythe Everwatch is that bad to see. Verdant Watch is always nice as well. Could be a consideration. Got another DK Druid, Descendant Biologist, Mimic Worm, Nina Packmother, Stoic Tracker. So potential for a lot of extra bodies. Yeah, I mean, Pyrax is definitely something to watch out for, right? Channeling Axe. Enraged. Blasphemous Tangle Sprout. Not super interesting. Descendant Biologist, Mimic Worm. Darkforge Loyalty. And Uterran Loyalty. Belladrya. DK Druid, Descendant Biologist. Tracker. Channeling Axe, Noxus Cloud. Okay, I mean, I think either the Pack Mother or the one with the Everwatch, Verdant Watch. Pterodon Mauler is a bit unfortunate, but I mean, it could make for some nice boosts every now and then. I mean, I don't hate this one with Dozer and the Elder Scorchworm. With the Rotting Arborist as a backup. It does have the Essence Unleashed. We've got 6 Essence Unleashed decks as well. We've got a core in one. Groma Core. Vicious Guard. Darkforge Loyalty, Essence Unleashed. Hunting Hour. Nature's Abundance. Yeah. I can see that too. Bold and Felina, Core, Mimic Worm, Nina Pack Mother. Unleashed and Hunting Hour. Betrayer, Everfrost Phoenix. Cowthor. Nina. Essence Unleashed, Hunting Hour, Mycelial Discovery for some more minions. Let's have a look at my Hunting Hour decks then. I've got a few more of them. Tangle Sprout. Hunting Hour. I've got the Fittest as well, which is actually kind of nice. Not necessarily with the Necroom deck that I've got there, as I don't have a lot of high attack creatures, I don't think. And Hunting Hour. With the Mimic Worm, Nina Pack Mother. This one, is that Essence Unleashed, Hunting Hour, or Nina Pack Mother, Mimic Worm, Felinarch. Could be worth a try. What do we reckon? I mean, I feel like Nova here could be worth playing too. You only get the one Wisp minion at cycle 2, but also buffing your other minions. And Toxikinesis is much better than Dark Summoning. Trying to think if I've got any blue set 4 decks that could be worth trying with it as well. I don't think so. Not off the top of my head. So what are we looking at? Core Hunting Hour. That's the one we just used. We've got Core, we've got Mimic Worm, Uto Man, Spider Sprout. Elder Scorcher, Groma, Core, Spider Sprout, Favor the Swarm, Hunting Hour, Roots of Rebirth. Core, Essence Unleashed. Okay, I think we definitely chose the right one out of them. Alright. What else could be good? Echo Wolves? Just for a bunch of extra bodies potentially getting killed off. Happening Reveler, Spiky Bartok, Savage Oath, Flame Sculptor Seal, Venom Chalice. Got an Arborist, Echo Wolves, Ferocious Packmaster, Refreshing Stone Fist, Childplate Behemoth. Don't know if I like any of my Echo Wolves decks. Woods Chart, Ferocious Roar. Heart Tree. Heart Tree with a Shambling Shambler could be interesting, but we've got a Darkforge Drain here. Druid, Krogius, Echo Wolves, Lotus. It's just unfortunate seeing an Oxid and Ranger. Wolves plus Inspirited. Animate, and got a Botanimate at the very least. In Echo Wolves, Inspirited Elk. I don't think that's the best Inspirited combination I could have with it, but Might of the Trees. See, not useful spells there though. That's the big problem. Spirited Wartusk with, I think, the Shepherding Willows, like the only spirit I have in this deck. I got the Utera Forebear as well. It's not worth. Inspirited Druid. Spirit Still Infiltrator. Preserved Habitat. I don't think that's going to be good in this situation. Inspirited Bartok. Overgrown. Preserved Habitat. Inspirited Bear. Brigard Carrier. Inspirited Lotus. Inspirited Lotus with the Relentless Warrior. Relentless Wanderers. Trees, Preserved Habitat. I don't think that's going to be super great in that situation either, though that did look kind of interesting. Biting Terror, Inspirited Druid. Enduring Ties. Don't know about that one. Yeah, I think that's my only Inspirited Echo Wolves combination. Inspirited Elk's not the best. Inspirited Wildman. Omosaur. Yep. Reckon Elementalist Ritual. Blitzing Master. We got a Furious Shard back. Triple Shamble, Furious Shard back. Elementalist Ritual. Arrogant Breaker, Blitzing Hawk Rider. Elementalist Ritual, Flamejet, Ice Storm. AC Mecha Mage, Charger Mammoth, Furious Ice Crusher, Elementalist Ritual Ice Storm. I don't think it's that good. And the Furious Shardback's looking like the best Elementalist Ritual deck that I have currently. I mean, obviously that's a good combination just by itself. Burnout. We've got a Herald of Fury, Lightning Tamer. Oh, there's the Firestorm. Warbringer Ritual. Elias. Windy Stonefist. A lot of spells to go with it though. Okay, well I guess I'll try making one up with the Furious Shardback. Sham, LM, Ritual, Shard. Yep, I can see that. Anything that can, yeah, give some extra attack around the place is not a bad idea. Because, yeah, like, obviously Shambling Shambler only got 1 attack. Even the Demon, Shambling Demon only got 4. The Stout Necromancer only got 2 attack. Steadfast Creeper, I think, has only got 2 attack as well. Cutthroat Summoner, it's only got the 1. Cutthroat Stitcher, I think, is only 2. Alright, I'll put one more deck together, and then if anyone wants to... Burnout, let's say... Is Burnout in the same set as Adrius? It is. I don't think Adrius is necessarily without was it? What's the what's the one that lets you play a minion, a wisp, sorry, a spell sprite and then play a spell at higher levels? War something or other? Warbringer Ritual, that's the one. Stormcaller, Thundersaw, Burnout, Storm, Warbringer Ritual. Not enough spells there to make that worth it though, that's the problem. Raging Adept. Do I have any Burnout Chainings? Chaining Worm. Chaining Master. Bleed Sentinel, Freezing Omni, Burnout, Disintegrate, Ice Storm, Lightning Spark. Chaining Master is not ideal, but Summoning Adept, Burnout, Conflagrate, Firestorm. Chaining Warhound. Burnout, Everflame, Aura, Pyre Song, Stuff of Barris. Betting Adept, Chaining Spell Knight. Invicus, Inflaming Giant, Burnout, Fit of Rage, Flame Jet. Give creatures adjacent to this +2 attack. Lightning Tamer, Raging, Triple Raging. Burnout, Everflame, Aura, Stone Skin. Could be worth trying. Let's try Burnout, Lightning Brand. Flameshaper Savant, maybe that is worth trying with the Flameshaper Savant, right? Could be worth trying. Oh, I've got the Betrayedric set up as a combination already, so Raging, Stampeding, Burnout, Lightning Brand, Primordial Slam, Sparking. Raging Adept, Burnout. We want more than one mage, and we don't want the only mage to be an adept if there is only one mage, right? Arrogant Lasher. That could be nice. Soul Reap. Sparking Lasher. I reckon I want to give it a try. I think it was this one, right? Flameshaper Savant. We've got the Burnout. We've got Conflagrate. We've got Lightning Brand. I reckon we can probably play that with the Sunder since it's got Summon the Swarm there as well. Would anyone like to play me? Happy to take any challenges. See if I can find something that works. I mean, as competitive as you want, Rusty. I wanna find a combination with this Necroom deck that can actually compete, right? I'm never really playing a Tyran. What do I want to give you a try against first? Let's try the Kindred Glow, Clive, Triple Shambler, Forge Steel Mantis. Good luck and have fun and don't cheat on my hands. KC Pipwick. We've got Velana with a bunch of warriors by the looks. Oh, I'm just gonna play my Mantis first. Because now I've got options, right? I can probably just Dreadbolt that, or I could Stitcher, play some more minions just to go crazy, or I could Dendrify. I think I'll just Dreadbolt, get that leveled up. I mean, that's fair. I kind of want to play my whole hand here, right? I think actually doing something like this. I'm taking a decent amount of damage here, but I mean, that's real unfortunate. I don't have a spirit in play. I don't even have the chance to. I mean, I guess I could play the mystical Tangle Sprout, right? But went to all that trouble of keeping the Kindred Matriarch alive. Hmm. Um. Might be good to just get what would I want to level up in this instance? Probably just the Stitcher, so that I can bring back higher level creatures. Opening up the Dendrify could be alright as well, but it's See, this friggin' sucks. Yeah, get rid of my Shambling Shambler. That's fair, I guess. Like, Forge... I mean, I could upgrade it. Or I could... just bring it back, right? What do I want to do? I think I will om nom nom that for now. I mean, I do kind of want to play my Stout Necromancer level 2 as well, right? Maybe it's better just to do this for now. I can save my Army of the Damned for my next turn, potentially. What was that trigger even? Oh well. That was quite a big swing, right? And look, now I've got my Stitcher. So I can bring the Shambling Shambler back again if I wanted to. I mean, this Queen's Assassin is starting to get a little bit out of hand. That is kind of rude, isn't it? Just gonna have to do that, I guess. These armored creatures are definitely making me struggle. And gross. Oh, I'm just gonna do some leveling up, I guess. Still get rid of that, that's fine then. Just gonna kill off what I can. And we'll level up. Gambling Demon, I guess. This is the problem with Dark Summoning. Like, I don't even have any level 2s. Oh, we're just going to get rid of Verlana. Yeah, not having anything that really goes through all that armor is kind of annoying. Best I can do is block damage and give it attack buffs, I guess. Like, just look at this. Like, maybe I should have played the Stampeding Slayer. I'm in trouble for sure. Had a decent start, but it's definitely not been a successful late game. Definitely very struggling. All the armored warriors go really nice with that Packmaster. It's a very cool deck. It's a very interesting combination you've made up there. Yeah, who knows? Into something else that might have been okay. But just the armor is very hard for my deck to overcome when there's so much of it, just because of all the low attack, right? Yeah, yeah. Lots of armor with the Packmaster boosting the attack, keeping your things healthy, and then you've got the Verlana as well to keep their health up too. It's definitely a very nice combination that you've put together there. Yeah, yeah, exactly. I don't feel like I had the ideal draws into it, but like also I probably should have played my level 2. I should have played my level 2 Stampeding Slayer probably to block your Packmaster. That would have taken it out. And obviously would have stopped you getting buffs on other things as well. But yeah, I mean, that's true. But also, like, there was a ton of other things. Yeah, yeah. What can you do, though? Still, as I said, trying to find what I think is going to be an optimal combination, and nothing is just working out as I hope, right? Do you have time for another one, Rusty? Yeah, and that is also like a bit of the problem. The Nyx level 1, like the Nyx Army of the Damned at 2 is good. It's just the Cycle 3 is a bit unfortunate. The play a level 1 creature from your discard. Like if you don't, like the fact that you discarded my Shambling Shambler for me and allowing me to bring that back was nice. But obviously when I got to Cycle 3, I didn't have anything I could play, and especially I drew all level 2s. Just going to lead with my Mimic Worm. I'll play my Shambling Demon. Nice. Okay, at least I still take that out. Double rallying. Interesting. I kind of want to play my Shambling Shambler here, but this is value. Might even be better for me to just... Very cool double rallying deck though. So here I've got about 7 things I want to play, right? Let's maybe move you back there. I'm gonna play my Stout Necromancer. I'm gonna upgrade my core, I reckon. Fast Tactician. I think here I'm just gonna go Essence Unleashed. Cutthroat Summoner can get leveled up. Got 4 of my level 2s, so that's 2 cycles. I'll probably... let's upgrade the Reliable Bee here. You got triple rallying? Okay. 3 level 2s. Okay, yeah. It's always sad that it doesn't get spread out, right? Ugus minions, yep. Uh-oh. I'm starting to be in trouble here. In that case... Um, might actually save that for the next turn in case I get some more minions, but not that lucky, eh? Let me guess, you got your next rally incoming as well. Hunting hour. And level up. I guess we'll just level up the creeper. Block some more damage, I guess. Sonic Burst, of course. Of course. This is getting a bit outrageous now. Of course, I get my core, but don't have any useful spell to play with it. Come on. I mean, luckily, it doesn't have to be my spells that are played, right? That's going to help me keep up a little bit. I mean, this is decent. Get some value there. No minions, unfortunately. I actually reckon I might just go like that. You can take the damage, yeah. That Mimic Worm was definitely a swing. Let's play my core 3. We got a rally incoming out here, do we? Yep. What is this? -8, -8. Is that worth hitting the rallying or getting rid of the Oak Father? Do that. We want play the emboldening Felinarch. Hopefully, I reckon I might. I'm just gonna om nom nom that. And this one will play the emboldening Felinarch here. Upgrade that. Maybe there was a way to get more things to die there, so that the Shambling Shambler. Maybe I should have kept the Oak Father. And just get the Shambling Shambler to win it. Okay, so the core deck definitely has some potential. I don't know how that would have gone into your armored warrior deck. There, Rusty. Thank you, Skiro. But definitely kind of interesting. Definitely a lot of bodies. I think the level 3 Mimic Worm coming out when he did. Yeah. I might try that. See how this Flame Shaper Savant with the Burnout and Lightning Brand kind of deck does. We'll see. I do want to try that combination as well. See if that's worth Soulbinding to go with this combination. Maybe it's potential, but look, like, it's just what can you do though when you get the Ostromech and the Stout Necromancer both in the first hand? That's freaking ridiculous. That's kind of rude. Don't appreciate that. Let's play the Shambling Shambler. Fair enough. Maybe direct damage would have been better, but going for the direct damage, eh? Definitely hurts. What the hell? Uh-huh. You can stop doing that, thank you. Okay. Do I want to see potentially think about moving the Everplane Phoenix? I don't think it really matters. But yeah, when it comes to the Mantis Forge Steel, I do have other Mantis Forge Steels I can potentially use. Do I want to put the Shambling Shambler down? I think I'll go with that. Oh god. Your decks are so annoying, Rusty. Of course. Of course. Well, I mean, I think that kind of screws me. That's just not very nice. Not very nice at all. This is like the first time I saw my Flame Shaper as well, so that's great. Yeah. Excellent. Don't know about that one, Rusty. Very, very frustrating to play against there. Yeah, maybe the Dark Forge Drain one is better to play with in the Mantis Forge Steel Kindred one, but yeah, no, it's great. Yeah, I don't know, like none of my decks seem to come together quite as nicely these days. It's unfortunate, but once again, first turn having the Osprey Mech and the Necromancer in hand so that they're not getting any value at all kind of hurts. Anyway, I think that's going to be it for me today. Thank you for hanging around, guys, and helping me build some decks to test out. I'm gonna keep testing through them and see if I can get one that I think is a reliable combination. Like this Necrim deck I have is going to be good. It just depends if I can get something that can go with it nicely. No, thanks for hanging out, and I'll catch you guys all soon.